is there a way to specifically improve at speed or just play faster maps? I think just playing faster maps, but take it gradually, and I guess, yeah, gradually push your limits, but you should always try to be... Okay, so for pushing speed, I think it's very, very important to warm up, more so than other skills. But aside from that, actually, I mean, obviously, okay, disclaimer, it is important to warm up regardless, but especially for pushing speed, like doing some stretches and making sure your fingers are loose is really important. And then I think I would say just like gradually work your way up in BPM until you reach a difficulty that's somewhat like really just barely outside of your limits, but like challenging but doable. That's sort of the feeling that you should get from maps that are like the right difficulty for you to keep practicing. It's challenging but doable. And if it's challenging and not really doable, and don't lie to yourself. I mean, you're really only hurting yourself when you do that. Because if it's challenging and not doable for you, but you want to be able to do it, then just keep practicing and work your way up there. And another way to put it, this was sort of talked about in the high AR interviews over at OC University. But basically, you just sort of take one step at a time. Like, take gradual small steps, and then eventually the next step is just going to be your, like, whatever you want to reach. Like, in the context of reading AR 11, like, you should just gradually improve your reading speed, like step by step, and then eventually the next step is just going to be AR 11. That's just kind of how it goes. And I guess that goes for any long-term goal. Like, how do you eat an elephant? You know, like one bite at a time, and eventually you eat the whole thing. So yes, practice. It's the most important thing. But yes, gradual improvement, gradual practice, and pushing your limits. Also, most importantly, okay, so for speed training, this is something that I think people don't preach enough. But what is it? Taking breaks is probably is probably one of the most overlooked things when improving speed, especially like physical aspects. I think the actual practice, or okay, taking breaks is just as important as the actual practice, I would say. So those are my thoughts on pushing speed mechanics, but it's warm up and things like that. It's very, very important. Also, watch OCPHD if you have not already. Why do you know so much about this kind of stuff? I don't know. Thinking too much about this game for too many years.